Yeah, my last yawn.
That was your last
So
yawn.
yeah, well, we're streaming, so the chat.
If you yawn again, I might yawn. It's kind of a problem.
It is a problem,
Yeah,
and I'll be the problem for you.
it's kind of a problem.
Let me be a problem.
I have all
Also,
of my
did you
rules
build
here.
all of this?
Wait, what?
Did you build all of this?
Kiana-san, my mod, helped me build this.
Oh,
My mod,
okay,
yes,
yeah.
helped me very much build
Yes,
this part.
okay, yes, okay,
Yes.
got it.
And then over there, I built most of that, and I got a little bit of help from the front from Kiana-san. So
Good job.
yes, I
Congratulations.
know, so happy. So, but this
What?
place looked amazing. So I didn't. Apparently, there's a lot of deny blocks under this. That
Deny?
a deny block, so people can't mess with it. Like I
Okay.
can't. I shouldn't be able to mess with this. But
Oh,
yes.
damn.
Hi, Prism White. Hello. I'm opening up my Minecraft server today and also interviewing the wonderful Rye Bread. The
You can't,
wonderful
for some
Mentally
reason,
Bread.
open. I can't open Minecraft for some reason. It won't work.
I know. So we're
You could,
doing it.
you
Hi,
could argue with
Rain. Oh my gosh.
Minecraft.
Hi, Rain. Hi, L'Oreal. Hi, Diligent.
Rain.
Yes, Rain. You know Rain.
I've heard that name.
Yes, you
Who?
have. Rain's the singer.
Oh,
The
Rain
Walmart
Smile.
corpse husband is how I got
Oh, the
introduced to
Walmart
her.
guy. The
Yeah.
Walmart guy.
Yeah. Hello, hello.
Meg.
Okay, so to everyone who just came in,
Mhm.
I want to introduce a couple things. So we're going to be doing two things. I'm opening up my long-term server in Bedrock, and we are going to be interviewing Bread. Bread, how do you feel being here?
I feel like a human being.
Wonderful, even though
With a
you have ears.
And I'm a beautiful human being. I'm like a dog, a beautiful dog of sorts.
Sorry.
And
That's
I'm
good.
beautiful.
You
You
are
don't understand.
beautiful.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
are beautiful, beautiful. You're
You
no
for me
longer
is
Walmart corpse. Okay, sorry, Rain.
sorry. You are now upgraded to let me think.
Wait,
What
isn't
are
a
those?
Lich King
You're
like
upgraded
a
to Whole
Lich
Foods
King?
corpse.
What's a corpse but turned into an undead? So like an incredible undead or something. I'm
A
sorry.
ghoul?
A ghoul? But ghouls are okay.
Well, no,
So
be a vampire. A vampire.
are vampires? I don't
Vampires are
know.
undead.
Yeah,
Vampires
they
count
are
as
undead. They're a cool undead.
yeah. I mean, you can be a Whole Foods
Oh,
undead.
that's
Whole
Whole
Foods.
Foods undead.
You got an upgrade. You're working at Whole Foods. I mean, they probably pay like double the amount that Walmart does, I'd
They're dead.
imagine.
Oh, your voice healed. I'm so glad, Rain. I think I missed
Oh, that's
that. That's
nice.
wonderful. Yay. I'm so glad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. We haven't scheduled our interview. We haven't, Rain. I can't wait to show people around. Out of 10, Rye, what's your rating of this spawn point? What do you think? Out of 10. You can be harsh.
Call me an absentee father, cause I would get leave for milk for this place. I would leave the kids. I say I'm gonna get milk, and I won't come back. I'd be this place forever, probably.
Oh,
Maybe I would. Maybe
really?
I
Oh,
would.
that's such a good rating. So 10 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I won't be getting because I actually won't be getting milk. I won't be poor. I don't have enough money to buy milk. So. If I'm gonna leave, I'd probably do cigarettes. Well, cigar better. Cigars are better. I'm gonna smoke it to be high quality.
That
And
would
kill
be
my body.
hilarious. Don't smoke. It
Don't
is
smoke.
Bread Rock. Yes, it is Bread Rock. Hi, Brainik.
Oh, I like what you said. Red Rock. Nice.
Brainik.
Oh,
Brainik.
Milk mentioned. Hi,
Hi,
Milkman. I don't know what
Milk.
your name is,
Yes,
but I'm assuming you're the
it's
Milkman.
milk. Yes, bread and milk.
I can't. Are you gonna leave for the milk again?
So here are the rules for this server. This is the spawn point, everyone. Look how pretty it is. One of my mods helped me make this. Really happy. This is spawn point. And then here are the rules. Please read the rules. I know the rules, but please read them before you go off and do your things. Do I have a swamp? I might. Wait,
The
what?
mod who made this is a very beautiful man.
A very beautiful man. Yes. And then that the spawn point goes up into Lady Amy's mansion, my mansion. and my estate with the parlor in it, which I'm so excited about. We've got a little kitty cat here. Hi, kitty cat. Pet, 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 pet.
Hey, that's
Pet, pet,
me.
pet, pet. Pet, pet, pet. I
Name
did
it, Bridget.
build this in creative, but I'm actually in survival right now. Actually, I should probably go get some food and actually get myself a house. Uh,
Wait, speaking of food, I'm
yes.
gonna get some food real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat that food so quickly or not.
You're
Time
gonna
me.
you're going you're going
I
right
need
now.
food so
You're
bad.
leaving.
The food hit me. The food hit me so bad. I need food.
Okay, go
It's
eat.
okay.
That's most
After this,
priority. Go eat. Go.
I'll be here for next
Mute
2 hours.
yourself. Mute yourself
And
and go.
it won't be a long BRB. It won't be for 10
I'll
hours.
show
Don't
everyone
worry.
around, and then when you come back, I can fully interview you. How does that sound?
Yeah, show everyone
Okay, I'll
around
show
and it'll
everyone
be
around.
beautiful. That's okay.
Okay, go eat. Go eat bread. The mansion, isn't it so cute? Isn't it so cute? Hi, Seraphim. Oh, Rain, you can become the local fisherman. Yes. If you guys want to claim roles in here and do that kind of stuff, I highly recommend RP stuff in here. But this is the mansion. This is the entryway. That's the east wing. I stay up there. And that's the west wing where all the guest rooms are. And we have some lily pads and a waterfall here. And this is the parlor. Hi, Leo. Welcome in. Welcome in, blonde maiden. Welcome in. I'm showing everyone around my mansion. Look, I show you the outside. Look. I worked hard and creative for this. I will be playing in survival, but I worked hard and a mod helped me. Isn't it so pretty? Yes, this is almost exactly how I imagined it. Rich people stuff. Yes, it's built off of the magic and love of everyone in my community, and they magically helped me build this, and it's a very magical world. So here is the parlor where people portal in from places like Irium or Twitch, which is really nice. You can actually sit in the chairs, which I'm really, really happy about. I wonder if I can show you. Yes. So I can show you sitting in the chair. I'm really happy about that, about some of the add-ons I added, and it will automatically download for people. And I'll sit here and read. And then over here, there's books everywhere. If you can see, there's books everywhere. I put books. This is the music room. Look at the music room. This is the music room, and I'll sit here and sing. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, and then play some music. And then I put a jukebox up here for when we get some CDs that we can play, which I thought would be cool. Oh, I'm so glad you like. Rain said my house is gonna end up as a square with a bunch of chests inside. This place is rather impressive. That's totally fine. However you want to make your world and your home in this space, that's great. I highly recommend RP. And of course, when you RP with others with their consent, but like RP, get a role. Like, are you the fisherman? Are you the father? What's like farmer? Some of you already have like some background and backstory, so I love that. So that's the music room, and that's the parlor. Does this mean we can get Piano Man in Minecraft? Maybe. There will be more Minecraft streams in the future, so I should definitely sing Piano Man while being here. I will definitely do that, which will be fun. And there's tea everywhere, little cups of tea. Love that. And then over here we have, I work really hard building this. It took me a while. That's why it's delayed. This is the museum and also poetry room and writing room. There is a place for everyone to sit down and paint. You can paint in here. There's paint buckets and paint brushes actually in this server and with the add-ons, which I'm really excited about. We can have painting classes. What's that sound? That's scary. Okay, and then let's see. And then what else? And there's games. You can't play the games. I wish you could, but you can't. Anything else? There's a lot of poetry on the floor. Don't look at the mess. There's a lot of poetry, a lot of books everywhere. I keep forgetting to put the books away. Yes. It was a cave sound. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes I hear those strange things in the caves, so that makes sense. Rain says, I don't think I can RP personally. I only ever hunt and fish and MC. That's all I do. I never do endgame stuff, and I'll use the food to trade with people that do. It's foolproof. Oh, I love that, Rain. That's totally fine. Go for it. That's totally fine. If you don't want to RP, you don't have to. The most important thing is this is going to be open for all of 2026, except on Mondays from 12 to 1 ish when it backs up. So it's getting dark soon, and monsters will soon spawn. That was the sound. Oh, I see. I might use my mod powers to keep it daytime. Oh, these the mansion is actually a magical place. No monsters spawn here, actually, except for villagers. Zombie villagers do sometimes come in here, but no monsters can survive on these magical grounds. So I'm safe inside the mansion, which is really, really nice. Okay, that was the front, and then the parlor, music room, and the art and area room. And as you can see, there's a little fox here. There's a fox and a cat in this place. And then I go up here. Da, 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 da. I will show you this side first. So the Lady Amy's residence, I'm still working and decorating. I just moved in. So I'm still moving and decorating, but I'll show you a little bit. So we have a fireplace, and we have a chair, books, a place for me to write and think, some sushi here, and some lights and books. And then my kitchen, I worked hard on my kitchen because I love eating delicious foods. So I have a cookbook out and some great things. What's great is I can pull these off, but I'm going to try. Oh, yeah. What did I do? I got to put it back. I had to put it back, which is really cool. You can like pluck them off, which is nice. I like that. L'Oreal says, if that's the case, you should leave the day-night cycle on. Yes,
Beautiful.
the day-night cycle is on. Hi, welcome back, Fred. Did you eat?
You see, yeah, I did. I ate. I already
Oh,
did.
good. Good.
I told you I'd be fast.
You're so fast. I'm not even done showing. Wait, look at the room. It's detailed for Bedrock. Oh my gosh, I downloaded so many add-ons. The amount of research I did to make Bedrock to have all the add-ons and have all the features was intense. Like, I did so much research, but it's okay. Yeah, so look,
Wow,
Fred, look at this.
sushi.
Look. There's
Ooh,
sushi, and you
watermelon.
can put it back on the thing. You can pick up bread. Look, bread, it's you. It's your
Yeah,
relative.
oh my, it's
It's your
croissant. It's not a
relative. No, it's
croissant.
a bread. It's a bread.
That looks like a croissant.
It's a bread.
That looks like a croissant, right? Agree with me.
No. Do you guys agree?
Also
Does it look
sushi.
like a croissant?
It does look like a croissant
It is,
or a poop.
or a poo. There's sushi right there. Do you have
That is-
animal fishing add-ons? Animal, if you know of a good add-on, Rain, I'm happy to download it. I'm happy to upload it, but I couldn't find a good one that I liked. So if you have one that you can find, I totally will do it. No problem.
Jelly, I'm proud. of you for making it.
Jelly, good job. Welcome in.
Good job making
Okay.
making it.
I'm really proud of this spa room. Look at this. This gorgeous spa room. There's toilet paper. Look at that. You can sit. I'm not going to sit. But a lady never sits. And there's mirrors in here. Look.
A lady never a lady never sits.
No, in front of other people. Sorry, I meant to finish that in front of other
I'd be like, wait, that
No,
I knew women were frail, but I'm like, damn, I feel like that's like that's
Oh,
like it's
erase
bad
from
for
your
you.
brain. Erase from your brain.
I will not erase that from my brain ever.
Rain says, I can DM them to you. I only use specific ones. Okay, sounds good. I'll see if I have them on Bedrock. There's a little foxy here. Here's the bed. And I have little curtains. Look, the curtains close. Whee! I love
Nice.
that. Yeah. Okay, so I showed you around my mansion, or my room, and then I'm going to show you to the guest ring. So any of you, the server will open tonight, right after the stream. So I'm going to drop in all the information for the server to my Discord after I finish the stream. So that's the east wing, and over here is the west wing. And there are rooms for everyone who want to come in as a guest before you have your own place. And you can rest in a bed here if you need a spawn point. These are all, I decorated these all in different colors. So most of them have tables and things like that. Look, this one has a bathroom and an upstairs, which is kind of cool. I made a little loft for this one, which is kind of nice. This is the only one with a bathroom and a loft. And then...
Well, I call orange.
Yeah, this one's... Oh, you want the orange one? Okay. You can kind of like say, oh, I want to be in this room. And then this is the cyan room, which is nice. And the red room. And the gray room for those who don't like color. I think this chest works. No, it doesn't. I lied. And then I'm very, very proud of the bathroom. Look, there's even a mop and a bucket here for you guys to clean when you're done
Ooh.
using things. So there's a bath for everyone. And then we have some Kleenex and shower and everything. And I left a little quote for y'all here. Okay. Oh, thank you for the drink water, Jelly. Okay, I drink water. Okay, I am now done, and now it's time to interview. It's now time to interview you, Bread. You ready to be interrogated?
I'm ready to be interrogated, and I'm ready to share my secrets to the world and
Okay.
everyone to know, and for me to be embarrassed, and my whole career get ended.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions. Hold on. I need to just open up my doc really quick because I have some notes. Give me one second. Um, interview. I forgot to open it up. It's so
We still
bad.
got boss. We got one right here.
Hello. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a bot. What are you talking about? Oh, it's dark outside. I'm not gonna go outside yet. Okay.
And
Um,
confirm she's a bot chat.
so I am gonna go ahead and sit at a table while I talk to Bread. Actually, I'm gonna sit right here and talk to Bread. Like literally, I'm gonna sit here and talk to Bread. So
It's an image.
this is
Hey,
Bread.
hi. You need to put a face on me. You need to draw
Yeah,
a
I
little face.
do. I do. My lady is not a bot. I am not a bot. How dare you? How dare you? Um, Oh, 4 years, Jelly. Oh my gosh, Jelly has been following me for 4 years. That's insane. That's insane.
But I'm about to do something even more
I
diabolical. Follow reach. I'm about to do 5 months. 5 months,
5 months.
Jelly. Do
Oh
you
my
want to
gosh. Wow, this is crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have the bots on. It's okay. We'll survive. We'll survive with it. So my first question for you, Bread, as I look at Bread, is if you were a tea flavor sipped by chat, what tea flavor would you be?
I'd be Earl Grey.
You'd be Earl Grey? That's what I said. I'm Earl Grey too. That's so
Uh,
cool. Yeah, Earl Grey is the best.
I like
Superior Earl Grey.
Napoleon. Napoleon invented something beautiful that decade.
Yeah. Oh,
He did something beautiful with the can.
Nerdy Witanak has a question. What's your question, Nerdy? Hopefully it's a polite question. Polite questions are allowed. Respectful
Polite
questions are allowed.
question.
Polite and
I don't
respectful
mind the
call.
disrespect though.
No, I do. In my parlor
Okay.
there is no disrespect. You can have your opinions, but no disrespect. um One sec. Okay, we'll
One
let we'll
second.
let
Okay.
Nerdy.
So 1 second. I feel like that's a very interesting question when you think about it. Because what is a second? What counts as a second? What
One
necessarily defines a
Mississippi,
second?
two Mississippi.
Because when you're inside of a cave, for example, a second is
You're trying
around
to
10
fill the
minutes.
time. Hold on, give me one second. So funny. I actually lost the doc that I was in, so 1 second. Let me open that up. Interviews, interviews, interviews. I got distracted.
Superman, because Superman actually can fly. Flying superior.
Uh, okay, who is faster, Flash or Superman? Brad, would you like to answer
Super
this question?
Yeah, that's why I said. I already said Superman. He
Oh,
can
you
go
said
so much
Superman?
faster.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I didn't know. I have
Yeah,
no
he can go so much
idea.
faster. The Flash can run. You think the Flash can freaking run in the air? No, he can't do that. He has to actually have something to like pedal off of. And he would just die as soon as he gets into the sky. Well, I mean, this is who's faster, but like, still, Superman can fly to different planets like the speed of faster than the speed of light.
I've
So,
heard a
so
lot of
Flash has speed of
different
light too,
questions.
but the amount of speed of light, the fact that Superman can go is much more than what the Flash can go. Reverse Flash is fat. Reverse Flash is better, by the way.
Oh my gosh, starting arguments in chat. L'Oreal says, what does gentle advice redeem? Oh, gentle advice redeems when you redeem it. I give you some gentle advice. I give you advice, unsolicited advice. Well, it is solicited since you redeemed it, but that's what it is.
Can Superman tap into Speed Force? I mean, not
Um,
necessarily.
okay, so can Superman tap into the Speed Force? What is the Speed Force? Oh, Milka's giving us a definition of a second. I love that. Where did that come from? A second is defined as the duration of cycles of a microwave radiation emitted by a cesium-133 atom during its electron transition. I barely understood that, Brad. but that sounds cool.
Because it is cool.
It's
And
very,
atoms are
very
cool.
cool. It's
And when you
very, very
learn about
cool.
how cool life is and about how amazing life is, you understand that, like, damn, why should I be mad at everybody?
Exactly.
Life is always so cool.
Yes,
It's cool that we're even alive.
it is. It is very, very cool. Second is an atomic basis and universal. Yay! Yay! Oh, Egg Ultra redeemed gentle advice. Okay.
Okay, the half of Speed Force, but that's like a made up thing, I feel like. I feel like Speed Force, Speed Force sounds like Fire
Hmm.
Force.
Fire Force was a good anime.
It is a good.
It's a
I'm
really
not
good
gonna watch
anime.
the rest of it until the third season fully comes out because I was so
Oh,
sad when I
really?
saw it split into two
Okay.
parts. It made me suppressed.
I'm so sorry. I watched the beginning of it. I'm thinking of my gentle advice for Egg Ultra.
Yeah,
My
my favorite character. Yeah, sorry.
oh
Anyways, you
no,
go.
go. I was just gonna say, I think my gentle advice is to, um, always when talking to people, always pretend that they really, really like you. When talking to people, pretend that they really like you and that they have a reason for their actions. I feel like, even if you don't talk to people a lot, I feel like that genuinely helps the world go around. It's hard to do, but that's my gentle advice. Okay. Um, yes. Let's see. Okay, Bread, I have another question for you. What's the origin of your bread? Like, were you baked in an oven? Were you yeast in the east under the sun? Did you rise like the sun? Like, what about bean bread? Like, what made you pick bread? And how did you become?
Well, I became bread because in middle school they told me that some kid was talking about bread and he brought a loaf of bread to school, and that inspired me in a way that I don't think anyone ever should be inspired by bread. And because of that, I decided to become bread because of that. Because I got inspired by the fact that kid brought a whole loaf of bread and shared it to everyone. I thought maybe I should do that too. And that's exactly what I did.
Aw,
And then I got popular, and I didn't like it, so I kind of ran away.
I can't believe you
Yeah.
ran away from it.
Oh yeah, I absolutely did. I didn't want to be popular. I
Oh,
just kind of want to be I'm kind of like Austin in a sense where it's like I don't really want. I just want to be left alone. Like every single time I try to be left alone, it's like the universe is like they're not gonna be left alone, basically.
oh no.
And then you're gonna have people be around, or I guess you're gonna have people be around you whether you like it or not. So
So
yeah, that's where I
you
came from.
preferred to be alone. You preferred to be kind of like on your own and doing your own thing.
I think now I do. I used to not, but eventually I think I've grown a lot more like peace with myself. As
Mm.
cheesy as it is, I've grown a lot more peace. I mean, I think this still would be nice to have people. It's still nice to have people around me, but I think I'm just recovering because I forced myself out so much. Basically, I basically put myself to my absolute limit
Oh
in that
man.
sense.
Let's see. What is chat saying? Parent Twitch apparently doesn't want to work. Oh, what happened? What happened? Did you not hear my advice or something's happening? Um, let's see. We did get ghosted. Wait, you got ghosted. Okay.
Yeah, I
Eloriel
guess.
asks, Mr. Bread, may I call you Bread? How can we find our perfect nickname? Like, Bread is an awesome nickname.
Bread is a great nickname, but also I like Rye because I am Rye Bread internally. Because I once went to a cafe in Vegas and I got like I liked Rye Bread there, so that's why I chose the name.
It's
On the
really
outskirts of
funny
Vegas.
because I'm actually the only one that calls bread bread. Everyone else calls bread rye because technically that's Rye's nickname. But
Yeah, also because I think it's like a simpler, it's like less words, technically less syllables. I guess it's like you don't have to just use the R and the Y. It isn't really
yeah,
necessary.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so my next question is, what could you talk about absolutely forever? Like you don't even know anyone, or you have to talk for an hour. What could you talk for an hour on?
That talks for an hour on.
Oh,
Oh, I
what
think I could
happened?
talk about anime forever,
Oh, you could
probably.
talk about anime forever. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and also probably about just like random controversial stuff that like no one really cares about. or say dumb shit. Basically, I just talk about dumb shit constantly. So they'll know get me in trouble. Also, you're really not doing the best thing you can
I'm
do in the situation. What are you doing?
I don't know where I
Break
am.
stuff.
Why am I
Break
dying?
just
Why?
break stuff.
Why am I
Break the block. Break the ice. Break the
Why?
ice. Get out of
Am I
it.
in ice?
Yes, you were in
Why am I in
snow.
ice? What?
Break
What? That's never happened to me before.
there's snow that sinks now. They added it
Oh,
recently.
no. I am just gonna die my butt off. What the heck was that?
It's only in snow biomes though. Don't worry.
Thank you. It's
Yes, powdered
powdered
snow.
snow? Really? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's terrifying. Let's see. My Jelly says my nickname for Bread was Ivan's twin. That's funny. Are you Ivan's twin,
That's funny.
Bread?
Um, not really. I think the only reason why I can see that way is because the reason why I even got along with him, I think, is because I basically just argued to him about food. That's the reason why I argued. That's the reason why, probably. Is because he doesn't like my takes on food, and
Oh.
he got really upset, and I
Oh
just poked him
no.
more, and
Oh
then
no.
I kept poking the bear, and then he didn't want to engage anymore.
Oh
And I'm like,
no.
I found how to bond with him. That's how I bond. We bonded over. You know, listen, fighting is the best way to bond sometimes. That's what I like to say.
Oh no. Wait, hold on. How do I make what's the shoot? I forgot what
You got
the recipe
make
is.
one planks.
Make
What are you
plants.
trying to make?
The crafting table.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Good
Thank you.
job.
Yay. I'm so bad at this game. But I don't care. Uh, okay, let's see what chat said. Go to the dirt. Oh, they're just telling me. Lady Amy, would you say that Mr. Bread prefers to a loaf of bread instead of being popular? Probably. That's what you said, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be nice. That'd be nice and chill, to be honest.
That's really nice.
That'd be nice to be a loaf of bread. I could be eaten. You can eat me. That's fine. That'd be my life purpose in a sense. Because the bread doesn't have to think about taxes or anything. Bread just has to be eaten. Doesn't even have consciousness or anything.
You're like, as long as I have consciousness, I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't really need. I mean, consciousness is basically just like a what's it called? A window into the world we live in.
Did you say window into rollerblading?
No, the world we live in. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, it's probably my brain scrambling the letters or the words.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Because
Yeah.
the way I look at it is that it probably will. I think that probably something like reincarnation probably is real, in the sense that we're not gonna remember. We won't remember anything that happened in our previous life, obviously.
Hmm.
'Cause
Oh,
what
you
happens?
think
Because
reincarnation's real?
to a certain extent, yeah. Because what happens to our
Oh,
consciousness?
cool.
Because our bodies technically aren't who. This is gonna sound crazy, but our bodies aren't who we actually are. It's our
Oh,
consciousness is who we actually are.
that's
It's
kind of
the
cool.
higher being, yeah. And our bodies just have the capacity to be able to
So if you think about
go for that
reincarnation,
conscious.
there's two kind of theories. So the first kind of theory about reincarnation that I've seen is that you reincarnate into the exact same life over and over again, and depending on your karma or your luck, you get to kind of like repeat your life and have a better life
Yeah.
than previously. And then there's some other theories that basically say, oh, no, you continue living on a different timeline, but you get born as a different soul in a different body, and you get rewired, and depending on your karma, you get to do different things. Like, is there something you kind of adhere to?
There's something more so. And what I feel like it is mainly just whatever I guess you happen to go to. I think about more like in a sense of probability is like you might just be a goat. You might just become reincarnated and become a goat.
Will you
In
be
essence, while you're
reincarnated as bread?
I don't think it could be something that's like a non-biological thing. It can't be conscious as that, I
Okay,
don't think. But I think maybe a plant, like a
a
thing of
plant.
wheat.
Mm-hmm. I
I
want to
think to a
be
certain extent,
reincarnated as a bird.
fair enough. I think the difference mainly is that the consciousness is just basically depending on what's filtered through has various levels of like effects. So like since we're human, obviously we have the grace of we're the great in the sense that we're the what's the right word for it? Like we had the ability to do so much more stuff than like a Go, for example, who even though they have consciousness, like obviously their brain and body doesn't function the way that ours does, basically.
Yeah. He died. No. Damn it.
And in a sense, because I mean, no matter because I mean, I think that
Sit in the
when I think
water.
about it like that, it is very hard to figure out like what their purpose is in a sense. But I think the purpose is to live the life that we're living the best we possibly can, and that's okay. That we don't necessarily need anything
Hmm.
to what's it called? I guess be who we like to necessarily drive us. We don't need to necessarily have a purpose. And this is okay to live purpose like in the purpose in this existence, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Even if when you think about the grand scale of things,
Yeah.
it's just the idea that being alive is just a gift, and that you're able to even interact and have good experiences or bad experiences. It's just the idea that you're gonna have those experiences in the first place is amazing when you think about the amount of beings and things in this world that don't get to have that. Like a rock doesn't get to feel joy or be sad or angry.
Right.
And that's
I feel like depending on the type of life form you are, it's a very different consciousness experience because they have different kinds of chemicals in their body, and
yeah,
also some people would argue like souls or different kinds of souls, or maybe they don't have a soul at all. So it's very
yeah,
curious, I think. There's a couple of questions. So
yeah. Okay.
Diligent Penguin says, I have a question as bread. How do you feel about toast?
Oh man, I'm about to get racist on stream.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
And no, Brett is not
no,
racist. I'm smacking Brett over the head. Don't take
I
Brett
have.
seriously
Well,
once
no,
they
no,
say that.
against toast, against
Oh,
toast.
you're Brett.
Yeah, no,
You're
it's bread
toastist.
racism.
Just say you're toastist.
I'm
Smack you over the
toastist. Yes,
head
thank you.
with
Yeah,
my tungsten teapot.
sounds good.
Oh, can you
We don't
hear
get
the
along very
Discord
well.
notifications? That's hilarious. They can hear the Discord. It's
Yeah,
okay.
what they
Don't worry.
Yeah, are those yours or are those mine?
Those are definitely mine. Those are really
Okay.
mine. Yeah. I apologize in advance.
I trade myself for a donut. You know what, Egg? That is fair.
Oh my
I happily
gosh.
purchase for you.
I can't. It's okay. I hope it was a good donut. Yeah, exactly what Milk said. Exactly what Milk said. Um, so okay. So then life as a bread would be rather short-lived. Well, bread has lived a very long, fulfilling life. So I think we're okay.
You're talking about me bread or bread in terms
Regular
of like
bread.
history? Oh yeah, yeah. One of the oldest things he made, bread. It was bread and beer.
Oh no, Milka! Milka was supposed to be Milka instead of milk. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm
Well, it's
sorry.
okay. You can only change your username within 30 days.
Oh, you
So
can change your username within 30 days. There you go, Milka.
yeah,
Okay. I just call you Milka.
milk.
Leo says, Blonde Maiden says, I also want to reincarnate as a bird. Nice, nice.
Nice.
You were
Congratulations.
born knowing your purpose. Do you feel like you know your purpose, Brad?
I mean, what do you mean like what do you mean exactly by my
I
purpose?
love that follow-up question. So people have a lot of different definitions for it. So I guess to answer your question about what I mean by purpose is probably this sense that you are supposed to do a particular thing. Like you're sitting at the back of your mind, it's itching or scratching at you. You got to do this. You got to do this thing. This is why you're here. Like that kind of vibe. Do you feel like you have some sort of strong purpose or desire or like this goal that's always been itching at you ever since you were young?
I think not exactly a goal. I think it's probably the same for everyone, to be honest, in a certain sense. I think it's more so to become more spiritual in a sense more spiritual and more connected
Hmm.
to something greater than me, probably.
Mm. You're talking about like becoming more than yourself or being connected with something more than yourself.
Exactly.
Hmm.
People find it crazy because I think a lot of times, and especially more and more in modern society, they think that atheism has been on the rise. I think people haven't really considered the like. I just like it's not that I think it's a bad thing necessarily, but I think it's more so that it makes me worried of what happens if these values go like biblical values and values are just like even like certain like even like Hinduism and whatnot like go away or become subpar of like what will happen to people as a whole. Makes me
Mm,
worry sometimes when I think about that because I feel like when you have those values, I feel like that creates a very positive environment. It does. I mean, I've grown up a lot of around a lot of Christian people, a lot of people who follow various beliefs and the way that they and they're always just such nice people. Honestly, there's some of the nice people I
mm,
ever met. I think that's really shaped who I am, honestly, and made me realize that maybe not necessarily have to believe in God, but I feel like there's something about just the idea of those values, like don't steal, don't kill.
mm.
I think that's just something. There's something nice about that. The idea that that even if you think that there's no morals in one sense, that I feel like that there is a reason why you shouldn't do certain things. Basically,
Mm.
you shouldn't kill and steal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think like people, if you don't, because I think when you think about it, it's like if no one's to hold you accountable for it, like theoretically, there's no one to hold you accountable for it. Besides police, obviously. But if there was a world where, if there
Well,
wasn't
I
the police
think
and there wasn't anyone telling you to,
yeah, I
like,
one of the things I really think about is politeness, manners, cultural rules, and social rules come out of the fact that if you don't follow those things, society breaks down. Like if I were to just let murder run rampant or do something, people want revenge and then they hurt and the cycle of hurt never stops and things like that. So it's it's pretty I think it's important to have societal rules that keep us surviving. So I think it's good.
yeah, I think so too.
Mm.
And I just get, yeah, I think that's the main thing I think about a lot is that I think maybe that's part of the reason I don't like to is mainly just to spread that positivity whenever I
Hmm.
can. Because obviously I'm not going to push stuff on the people I know.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm religious myself even now, but I think it's more so that the idea that that we that we're just like just, I guess the best description I've heard is basically like just laws of atoms floating around in space. I feel like that's wrong in some way. I feel like we need to be held to some sort of accountability at the very least.
That makes sense.
because
Okay.
if because once again if we don't have if we don't have morals not to murder people, then everyone's just gonna murder each other basically for their own personal gain, selfish gain, constantly basically with no one to tell them otherwise. If there was no police or anything basically. In a constant struggle.
Mm. I
That's
kind of
probably
have a question kind of related to what you're talking about and being like kind of having a higher purpose or being yourself. Do you feel like you are more or less authentic when you are sharing yourself on a stream or you're being in a virtual setting? Do you feel like you can be more authentic or less authentic? Is there something about that that changes things for you?
not at all because I think that I'm just myself. I mean, I don't really have to prove myself to anyone else. And I think that, people will hate me. People won't like, some people might hate me. Some people will test me for being who I am, and that's
Mm.
okay. Because there are people who also like me for who I am. Because I know I'm not a terrible person, and that, maybe I won't find everyone I'm looking for right away, obviously, but I will find people who,
So you're kind of just yourself.
yeah, just myself, yeah. Those people,
That's
because I know there are
nice.
people who will probably accept me for who I am, or,
Are there any situations where you feel like you can't be authentic? Like you're like, ooh, I can't be myself right now.
well, obviously at work.
Oh, work, yeah. Work makes
That's
sense.
pretty,
Work is,
work makes sense, yeah.
yeah, work makes
I
a
mainly
lot
have to
of
keep
sense.
myself in check at work mainly. That's what I try to do, and that's mainly when I try to just calm down. Cause I actually have to do for the sake. I think you obviously have to sacrifice in certain things in order for the greater good. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You can't just be absolutist in one sense because otherwise it's kind of
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
yeah, it doesn't really work out. Yeah, exactly. So I just kind of have so when someone's it's not working, I have to tone down a bit. And
Mm.
maybe if I'm talking to someone who I know I guess won't necessarily agree with everything, I have to be a little more careful in my words and how I phrase things so that way I doesn't get interpreted as me like not discounting them basically.
Yeah.
Because I think that a lot of the problem we have with also society today is that we also just don't listen to each other, and I feel like the
Oh,
people
we
ended
don't. We really
I
don't.
think I think also the problem or one problem big problem is also that people when they hear something they disagree with they basically want to run away from to like instead of discussing
And
it. I
not
think it's
having a
also on the plot.
conversation about it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
also on top of that, I think that the reason partly why is because people just don't phrase it well. Because
Right.
instead of being
People don't
like that makes
communicate
sense,
properly.
instead of people being like, oh, that makes sense, like I understand why
Right.
they had that perspective, which I've been trying to do. I'm really practicing on that recently.
Oh, good.
They instead basically try to basically be like, oh yeah, but they people try to be like, but or this is here's why I'm actually right, instead of like trying to understand their perspective first, and then because I think the people don't realize that trying to get someone to your side doesn't take like a day basically. Isn't gonna
Yeah.
happen in a day. Isn't gonna happen maybe in the week, maybe in the month, maybe even in a year. It's something it's something that slowly happens over time, and it may take a year for you to get anywhere, but to show someone that like it's basically what I'm trying to say is it's gradual basically.
Mm.
The shift of perspectives is not immediate. It's over the course or
Yeah.
over
It takes a
a
really,
long
really
period of
long
time.
time, I think, for people to change their
Yeah.
perspective or do things differently. And I
Yeah.
think that's okay. I think
I
it's
think
okay
so.
for people to do that, but I think it's kind of it can be very painful when you have very different viewpoints about people you care about and they're not willing to kind of be open-minded about it.
Exactly, but I mean, it's and sometimes it's fortunately what it is because that's how we are as humans,
Hmm.
and then you get to accept that, and that's fine in
Yeah.
life. Just
How we are.
and that's okay. That's how
Okay.
we are. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole point is basically being like that's okay, and we're instead of being like I will not stick through this with you, and instead it's, I will stick through this with you.
Mm, that makes
Basically,
sense.
that
Do you feel like thinking about, you're talking earlier about murder and like how that's really bad and society, it's kind of trying not to
yeah
be a bad person generally, and you're defining that a little.
yeah
Do you
yeah.
What's your take on when people say you should be polite or manners? Do you think their politeness and manners are good, or they're kind of outdated, or you shouldn't throw out the
It,
baby with the bathwater and some of it's good? Like what
well,
about it? Do you want to chat about that a little?
yeah. Actually, I think I'm like 50-50 on it because I think it's kind of going away more now, but I feel like before is more so of a you can't say this, you can't say that, like tone policing. That's what I hate. I
Mm.
hate the most is tone policing when someone tells me that you have to say it like this, you have to have the opinions like this, you have to say,
And
like
what's your reasoning for
I
that?
like this. It's mainly because that I think that's the whole thing of I think a very human thing of I don't want to be told what to do basically
Mm.
because someone thinks they know better than me basically.
Oh, so they're kind of looking down at you. It's a signal that they're
Looking
kind of
down at you
looking
being
down on
like,
you, and
yeah,
yeah.
like that guy over there is like is like is what's it called? Let me just think. Is incorrect just because like he thinks something different, basically, not
Mm.
on the basis of like thought or reason. Basically, they're just like saying it because like they want to guilt trip you into their thinking. Basically, being
Mhm.
like, oh
That makes
yeah, like if
sense.
I emotionally gaslight you into thinking feeling this way, like you will submit to my side, and I will have the control over you, basically, because like you said this horrible thing that
What about when
makes
you
me
might say something that might make someone else feel bad? Like, is that
feel
different to
bad.
you? Yeah, like something you said may hurt someone's feelings. Does that feel
It
different
depends.
or?
It depends on what it is. If it's telling someone the truth, it's actually like if what I'm saying is of like if I'm telling someone the truth about something and I know it's gonna be painful to hear, it's like I'd rather just tell them
Hmm.
than just not know. It's sure they're gonna cry, sure they maybe they'll be hurt, but sometimes you have to tell that truth, and it's unfortunately part of the reality. Sometimes you obviously if it's super painful, maybe just don't say anything,
Mhm. Like if
but
it's a very
sometimes you
super painful reality or something.
yeah or something like that. But I think that
I
I
think
feel like
that's one of the
being able to
hardest things, right? It's like I want to tell the truth. And in order to tell the truth in a kind way, but I know it most likely will have to hurt, I'll either have to be very, very creative or very, very careful when I say it, or don't say anything at all. Um,
yeah, and I think that's the whole
yeah.
mindset basically. Recently, what I've noticed is that people are just afraid to say like the truth or what they actually think because it'll make them feel bad and it'll make someone else feel bad. And the whole idea that you have to be someone else because they make them feel bad. I feel like it's just not. It's something inside that just doesn't set well with me because if you just don't tell them the truth, then will they ever get better?
Mm.
Will they ever improve on themselves in their lifetime because they just never know something that's going wrong with them because like you just never told them?
Well, I have a counterpoint to that, which is it's kind of maybe their way of life is correct, right? Like I wouldn't know, even if I thought someone was
Yeah,
wrong, I wouldn't necessarily know if my way was correct. What if I grew up and found out that my way was wrong and their way was actually right, but I told them that they should be a certain way or they should be different? Do you feel like that relates to what you're talking about, or you're talking about something a
not
little
s-
bit different?
not what I'm talking about. More so, I'm talking about like let's just say okay, let's make a silly example. Basically, like let's just say that like they're putting too much salt in their cookies, basically. You know what I mean? They're making some cookies, they're putting too much salt in, and everyone around them, instead of saying, "Oh, you're putting too much salt in," they're saying, "Oh, this tastes amazing, tastes so good. I mean, like, I can't believe, like, your cookies taste this good. This is the best thing I've ever had in my life." Even though the
Right.
cookies are salty in reality, they're really salty, and I mean, some people might like them because some people like salty stuff, obviously, but
Mm,
majority of people, when they're expecting a cookie, they're expecting it to be sweet, and sugary.
mm.
And then also, a lot of people
Interesting.
just don't like it when they are probably going for something that's sweet. Let's just
Mm.
say for this hypothetical example, right?
Okay.
And instead of basically telling them like, hey, like, your cookie is salty, they're basically saying like, oh, like you're doing great, like this is so good for you, like like you're doing so awesome, like you could be a best chef ever, you know what I mean? Instead of telling them like, hey, like you can like your cookies are salty, like you need to put sugar in them or you need to put less salt in them, basically.
Okay, so
I feel
not
like that's the
being
example.
afraid in social settings to kind of say something that might actually help the person or be beneficial, not just because it might hurt their feelings, and being careful about that.
Yeah, basically, is
Okay.
like they might actually benefit them instead, like, sure, maybe in your mind, or well, I guess because obviously all humans are different, but I feel like if what you're in your mind is something that might help is the best. Because I mean, some people obviously are going to say things that may in reality be wrong, but I think the main point I'm trying to make is that they say things that they feel like are correct, and maybe they'll learn later on that they were wrong, and they'll change their ways, basically.
Mm, okay.
And then through this process, it'll just take maybe it'll take.
Yeah.
You know,
Shepluth Denmark Well says I'm all for that.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I
Denmark
think
are beautiful.
probably I err a little bit more on the side of being really careful about things, but about what I say. But at the same time, I really do believe that honesty and being open and being very respectful of people's opinions and their thoughts and what they consider important to be really important, because otherwise, how do we get to the answer of things? So I appreciate that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other questions that I really like asking is, we talk about trying to be a good person, but it's sometimes hard to be a good person or try to be a polite person when you're personally struggling. What would you
Yeah.
say? I don't know if you've ever struggled with this, but a
Yeah.
lot of people do. It is what what is your best remedy, like your personal remedy, not what you would advise other people, but what would you tell people um, is the best remedy for negative thoughts. Yeah.
Negative thought.
Yes.
I think it's just the idea that people are there for you, and if no one's there, and because I know I've been in a situation where no one's there for me,
Hmm.
and you know what? When no one's there for me, I think that when I'm looking back on it, what I probably would have done, I know it's gonna sound cringe, I probably would have read the Bible. If I'm being honest, I probably
Wait,
would have.
really? I didn't
Yes, I
think.
probably would have.
Oh,
Because the reason
interesting.
why I read the Bible is because it's like I said, the whole thing about being bigger than yourself, the whole thing about bettering yourself, and that
Interesting.
maybe with those values you can find peace, I guess, within them.
I know a lot of people do. I didn't know you did. So you've taken time to read the Bible and kind
Not
of
100%. I'm still slowly but surely because I think it's
hmm.
the thing is that it's something that I think that
Oh, 1 second.
when I
Bye,
first read it,
L'Oreal.
I was so shocked when I
L'Oreal's
read it
saying
because
goodbye to you. Oh,
okay, bye
ah,
bye.
ah, run, I'm getting
But I
hit.
think the main thing that really stuck out to me was just how much meaning is in every single even sentence, basically every sentence is like how much meaning is compacted into every word. There's just so much. It's immense. I'm mostly past Genesis. I'm almost on to
Oh,
the next part.
interesting. I don't know if
Yeah,
any
but
of you know Leo Scalpi on
they'll
TikTok, but
yeah.
he's also reading
How
the
do you
Bible right
know?
now, which is really interesting. Bye. Good
Yeah.
night. Good night. Look at this. Look. Who wants to make
Yeah, it's
friends?
really funny. Yeah, like they're not hardcore, so they don't break down the doors or hard mode.
Oh, on hard mode they break down the doors. Oh, I would
Yeah, they
never.
do.
No, no, never. I only have a bone to eat. Can I eat this? I can't.
No,
Damn.
you can't. You
So
can't eat
sad.
bones.
So sad.
But yeah, but also I think in general, just being with myself for a little bit and just like or just doing something fun. One of those things. Yeah.
Why is
But I
the
think
zombie
yeah.
clear? I don't know.
But I think if you're in a situation where you're doing that, I feel like the best method is like if you have friends, just think about the fact that you have friends that care about you.
Mm.
That's what I always think about basically.
So
But if you don't,
trying
then
to like talk to someone or be around people.
yeah.
That
Or
seemed to
just
be a
like
really common theme, I think, what people say.
but I think also one thing is just, being with just like being able to read something that makes you feel like you're part of something greater. Being
Mm.
able to feel like you're part of something greater and that like, sure, this bad thing happened to you, but you're just like this cog in the machine. That's okay. You don't have to be anything special. You can just be this little cog and that's fine.
So that's kind of what you're talking about connecting to something greater for you at least. It's really about I am less important, and by being less important and being less focused on myself, I actually feel more at ease and more calm because it's not all about me and I don't have to put all the
Exactly.
stress of the world on myself or anything like that.
Exactly. Ego was the biggest
Mm.
problem. I think maybe not one of the biggest problems. I should not say the biggest problem, but one of the biggest problems I think we have is because everything's now about TikTok and whatnot about getting all your getting likes and whatnot, and there are many influencers I think who are pretty good at handling that. I like Dr. K a lot.
Mm.
Very great dude. Very good. Very good. I think I like the way he controls his ego. He's very good at doing that. But I think the main thing is the ego.
Mm. Okay.
It's not being focused on yourself as much, which is why some people are so receptive when you try to ask them things and when you try to ask them things basically is because they are happy that you're like talking to them, that you're recognizing them in a
Mm.
sense basically.
Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the other question I have is, would you live forever?
Not
Would you?
forever.
Oh, you wouldn't? Okay.
I want to live forever. I lived like 500 years.
500 years.
I
I
mean,
like that. I'm
I'd be
actually
curious to see
500
the.
years old. At least over
You are?
500. Yeah. The
Oh,
Lady Amy is over 500 years old.
that's too bad.
What do you mean it's too bad?
Too bad.
What do you mean?
Too long.
Oh, Diligent has a question for you. Mr. Bread,
Okay.
where do you stream and how would I go about following you? Oh, I have not done
Oh,
my job. Hold on, give me 1 second. Shout out, Rye at wait, what's the first letter in your thing? Hold on.
it's mentally bred.
I keep putting because it's different
It's
every
okay.
time.
It's okay.
Every time. There we
Pat,
go.
pat, pat.
Yay! I gave a shout out to Mentally Bread. I should have done this earlier. I did it before.
You get pats, Amy. You get
I'm
pat.
so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, I get it. Don't worry. That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like because I always call you Rye Bread or Root Bread. Yes.
Yeah.
Yay, Seraphim. I'm waiting for daytime to come. Ah!
Yeah, just stay
Sorry.
in the house and mine. You can keep mining in me.
They're attacking me.
I know, but you'll find if you find resource down below, you'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. Up to 500 years. Okay, got it. And the other question is about dreams. So do you remember your dreams? That's the first question.
Sometimes I do. It depends on. Usually I remember them in the moment when I'm in the deja vu, basically type of thing.
Oh, really? But do you remember
Yeah.
them right when you wake up or no?
Not really. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I remember them, but most of the time I don't.
That's crazy. Oh, okay. Okay. So that means when you remember them in deja vu, like what do you remember back? Do you remember an
I
image, or
basically
did you just
remember
feel like
like
I've done this
the
before?
feeling of it, basically.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah, that
you.
this like basically like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. I forgot that I forget it.
Mm.
I don't have the memory. I don't have them anymore. But usually a lot of them are I had when I was younger, and they're all coming back now. Basically, as I get older.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I need to make a door here.
Like I have a dream still where I'm gonna get in big trouble at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember what happened, but all I know is that when I had like a similar situation. It wasn't the same situation that what happened in my dream, but it's the situation of like, oh, I'm probably gonna get in big trouble at my work pretty soon.
And
Not pretty
did
soon,
you?
but like eventually.
Did you get in trouble?
Well, I mean, yeah, but not to the extent I think I am. But it was like, I
Yeah.
mean, like it's really big trouble.
I've
I mean,
had room deja vus like that too. I really, really did. But I'm glad I don't have too many of them. They're very scary. Okay.
yeah.
So let's talk about your streaming experience a little bit. Do you remember what some of your first streaming experiences were and like why you started streaming in the first place?
I just streamed because I want to make friends.
Aw, you want to make friends.
Yeah, and that's why I started.
That's awesome.
So I just started because I didn't think I think it so quickly. So I basically just like went to everyone's community. Basically, I went to a bunch of the different communities. I tried testing out the waters.
Mm.
A lot of failures, obviously, mostly failures.
Well,
Vast majority failures. Yeah.
do you feel like you've been able to find friends? I think I know the answer to this, but
Oh yeah, obviously.
Aw, Diligence says I will be your friend.
Well, thank you, Diligent. I appreciate
Aw,
that.
I just got all warm and fuzzy inside. That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
I've been, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I luckily did
Yeah.
because I thought it was gonna take me a while. Honestly, I think if I didn't get friends, I probably would be I probably would have had like 10,000 subscribers by now. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'd probably actually be I'd probably start being a pretty decently successful YouTuber. Also, probably be a good editor too. I'd probably be an editor, YouTuber. I'd probably
Mm.
making a good amount of money off of that. But because I found friends too early, that's what pretty much killed it. If I didn't get that, I probably would honestly have friends for. I'd probably be good for a while. I'd probably actually have a successful career, which is kind of funny to think about in terms of a YouTube career. Because the only reason why I pretty much don't have a successful editing career is really because of the social stuff that happened. It was kind of funny, the social stuff that happened.
Right? Can I eat those?
That's literally the only reason. Otherwise, be living in a different world where I'm a really good editor. I'm editing for people for hundreds of dollars probably.
Do you think you would have
Doing
had time
crazy
for
shit.
friends if you did that?
I think I'd still find the way. I probably just find like different friends and get like one or
Mm.
two.
That makes sense.
I probably would still try to find a way because obviously that'd be my goal in the first place. But I feel like I'd just be able. I'd probably be more like focused on career at that point.
Mm. That makes sense.
I would have diverged. And I mean, my first streams were just me playing games.
Hmm.
So I didn't know what to do, so I just fucked around and found out basically.
That's really nice. Ivan redeemed I'm first. Oh my gosh, no one was here before Ivan. Look at that.
I
Ivan
know,
was
Ivan.
first here. Look at that. I guess there was no one else. Oh, Ivan redeemed a gentle advice. Ivan.
Can I give this one?
Oh, you can
Can I
give
give it?
gentle advice. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You can give
Okay.
gentle advice. We'll see if Ivan thinks it's gentle enough.
Ivan, you're fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh, don't say that. Oh my goodness. Let me pull out the tungsten teapot. Tungsten teapot bonk right now. Wait, hold on a second.
Love you.
Hold on a second. Hold
Love
on a
you,
second.
Ivan.
Teapot. Where's my
Love
teapot?
you.
Where's my teapot? Hold on, I need to find a teapot.
It's okay, Ivan. I still like you anyways. And I would say some other things, but I won't say it on stream. Don't worry.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Bonk.
Oh my
Bonk.
gosh.
I don't know if you can see
Ah.
this. I'm bonking you with a teapot. Found a teapot. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Bonk. Okay, the other twin is gently here. So that wasn't gentle advice. Was that even advice? That was a kind of advice. I'll add some other gentle advice. But we'll read a couple of chat before I have to think about it. Shepluf says, uncomfortable truth. In medicine, it is convention to avoid surgery, or more specifically, an anatomical change and subsequent systematic disturbances for cosmetics. A good doc says if you can resolve the appearance-related distress with therapy, do so before resorting to surgery. Interesting. Diligent says, oh, here's a question ask the guest. Diligent says, what is the most inspirational thing you have done, Mr. Bread? What is the
What?
most inspirational thing you've done?
What? What have I done to inspire others? That is an interesting question
I
to
can
think
tell
about.
you the most inspirational thing Bread has ever
Yeah,
done.
tell me because I fucking don't.
So, you know how you said, Bread basically says, oh, like, I wanted to start streaming because I wanted to make friends and connections. Well, actually, Bread is a wonderful person. And Bread, I had just started
Boo!
streaming, and Bread
Fuck
reached
that
out to me
guy!
one day
Fuck that
on
guy!
Twitter
Fuck
and
that
basically
guy!
said, hey, there's a streaming group. Do you want to stream with them? And basically connected me to a group that changed my life. So the most inspirational thing Bread has done has actually changed my life. He changed my life for the better,
I forgot that I
indirectly.
did that.
Yes, you
Forgot I
did.
did.
And I would not know so many of the people I know today because if Bread wasn't around. So yes,
Oh yeah.
that's what
Also, I
I
taught you
think
the.
the most inspirational thing Bread has done in my life, but probably
Also, I
other
taught you.
amazing things you don't remember, Bread.
It's mainly. I think it's because
Yeah.
I just do things and I just forget I did them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I
yeah.
also Amy. I
Yes.
show you the wonders of demon sugar.
Demon Sugar. You did show me the wonders of Demon Sugar. That stuff is really, really good.
I told you it's
It's
beautiful.
amazing. It is amazing.
That's one
um,
thing I can say that for sure. Oh
yes,
yeah.
and that is not a drug, everyone. Demon
Thank
sugar
you
is
for the
not a
thank you for
drug
the light.
reference. It's not a drug reference. It's a type of herbal remedy. Okay, so Shepla, you were talking about HRT and things like that. So a couple of things where I would say I actually help someone go through their transition process. And so it's a very, very sensitive topic. So I'm going to try to talk about that like very sensitively. I think that when it comes to things that handle their each other's bodies, in particular in the case of the person I was helping and supporting through their transition, a lot of the times people who transition, they are dealing with the fact that they can't resolve the issue without an extreme effect, and they're dealing with a lot of mental issues. And so I saw someone who went through therapy. Like, I talked them through all the pros and cons of what it was, and like making any decision, like a really big decision for your body, should be a lot of discussion and a lot of conversation. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth to discuss. I don't know if I want to discuss it right now on this stream. It's more Minecraft focused and rye bread focused,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just my it's my thing. And yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Rye is the
Tell
evil
your
twin, but he's
guess.
not a monster.
Okay, I want to read this one out. Tell
Okay,
your
yes.
guess. I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, you can read the rest of it out.
If
I
you
just want
get
to say that
bitten
part
by
though.
poisonous snakes and got 5 minutes to live and the snake bites you again, you get 10 minutes to live. That's
No,
the
Ivan, I
question.
would I would have had the snake poison you instead, and I have infinite time to live.
Yeah.
And you only have 5 minutes to live.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Ivan?
Hate you slash
Hope
P.
so. Bye, Diligent Penguin. Sleep well. Thank you for coming by. Sleep
You
well
have a
and
good night, Mr.
say hi to your
Penguin.
mom for us. Say hi to your mom. Diligent Penguin's mom. We adopted Diligent Penguin's mom as our parlor mom. So
I
yes.
feel like I feel like adopting a mom is an
Oh
interesting term. I feel
yes.
like
Drink water. You have to drink water. Good
Oh
break.
yeah, if you go get snake bites, technically it would be 10 minutes live until.
um.
Yeah, I appreciate you not
Yes.
banning him.
Oh, like I said, as long as people are respectful, opinions are welcome. As long as it's respectful and not illegal, opinions and
Yeah,
conversation are very welcome. Yeah.
yeah, that's anything I like. It's just
Yeah.
only people censor things.
Hmm.
That's what I don't like.
Well, I think
That's one
I
thing I
think
also
in
hate.
some situations, I would argue in some situations it is important to censor, and some people don't want to have the conversation or don't want to talk about it because it's very emotional for them. So I think it's
Yeah, I mean it's fine
important
not
to
talking
have
about it.
balance and like ask first, but yeah. Um Jelly says we can debate civilly. Yes, with decorum. Agreed, agreed,
Mm-hmm.
agreed.
Yeah.
Very much so. Give me 1 second. There you go.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, okay, that was
Free
that
speech.
question. Let me see if I have any other questions. I'm barely doing anything in Minecraft. I had this whole plan. I was
It's
gonna
okay.
like try to find a spot
You
and get a
you
house,
want
but I'm
you
just
want you
talking.
want
Just
Amy,
talking.
Amy.
Yes.
How about we just go to the interview thing, and
What
we just do an
interview thing?
interview,
Oh, you want to
and we
just
just do
have
an
the
in.
interview
We
stage?
can just do the interview because
Okay.
I think because then that way there won't be much pressure and
That's
things to do.
true. That's
Think
true.
about it. Relax.
Wait, hold on. I didn't set up the stage though.
It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
not okay. You won't be in there. You won't be able to come in because it's not set up
Oh,
properly.
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I can be a floating
No.
voice.
Okay, hold on. Do you guys want to see the most scuffed thing ever? I can.
Wait, this is an interview. That's the best question I've
This
ever.
is
That's
an
the best question I've
interview.
had
I am
today.
interviewing Brad. I am interviewing Brad. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I will do it. Hold on, save and quit. Wait, I don't know what's gonna break if I do this in the middle of stream. I'm kind of scared. Let's see. How can I do this? Where's the table? Oh, because I wanted to do Minecraft with Bread, but Bread can't come in here.
Why
Where's
can't I
the
come in?
cake?
Why? What did I do?
No, no, you can't come into Minecraft. You weren't able to get into
Oh.
Minecraft.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
I
that's
literally,
why.
yeah, my Minecraft for some reason keeps breaking
It's
where
not my fault.
it won't log. Yeah, it isn't her fault,
It
chat. It's
isn't
my
my
fault.
fault. I
My
couldn't. We
Minecraft
had a
being broken
plan
constantly.
and then things happened but okay, hold on a second. How do I do this? How do I switch over to the interview section without
There's
breaking
an you
everything?
have an interview tab. I saw it. I
I
saw your OBS.
no,
You
but
do.
but getting you in there. Okay, 1 second. Everybody don't look. No, I'm just kidding. Because all
Rye
the
wasn't
audio is
playing.
different either.
Yeah, I
Right?
know I'm a ghost.
I wasn't playing. Okay, hold
Hey, I know I'm
on.
a ghost, but geez, don't say that. I don't say that. I even geez. I understand. My presence is barely valuable to you.
Like I would have to what I would have to do is I'd have to stop streaming and then set up again. Because your
Oh,
audio isn't in there and also your PNG isn't in there. Nothing's in there
PNG.
into that tab. So unless
Okay.
anyone has like a really good recommendation, I could just go back to the house.
Wait. I haven't had an idea.
Oh,
I
what's
haven't
your
had an idea.
idea? What's your
Ivan says,
idea?
I got an idea. Wait, Amy, idea.
Okay, what's your idea? What's your idea? Tell me.
If
Tell me
you
your
drop
idea.
it, you must eat it.
Wait, hold on. How do I get back? How do I get back to the mansion? Because then I could go to the mansion and be safe in there. Wait,
Die.
die? Okay, I'll die to this bush. Wait,
No,
it
they don't
doesn't
kill you
hurt me.
anymore.
Shoot!
Okay.
That's a really convenient update, but not convenient for me right now. Trying to make it back home. Oh, there's some snow. I know what snow does now.
Oh
Here we
no.
go.
It might not do it. It might not. There's a chance it might not do it.
Really? I got this.
Yeah,
Oh
you see also
no!
that
What about what I wanted? Take me.
you don't need it.
Take me. Take me. Make a table on Minecraft and craft a bread, aka
Hey,
rye. I was talking to Bread earlier. Oh, here's a. Oh, thank you.
oh
It took a
wow.
one spec. Here, wait. Let me show you. Let me show you, Ivan.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me
Wait,
show
there's a
you.
bread right there.
Oh, but I can't sit and talk to it. Wait, can
Yes,
I?
you
Hold
can.
on. Oh yeah, I set it up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
talking to Bread now.
Mm-hmm.
Dun 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 dun. I'm
Okay.
talking to Bread. There we go.
Okay, I'm ready for these
Hold on.
questions. I'm
Okay,
ready.
here we'll make Bread bigger. How about this?
They
Bread
made
is
me bigger now.
Maxer. There we go. And then I'll make me bigger, and then we can have an interview. The most scuffed interview ever.
Oh yeah, it's
VT.
paused because actually it's paused.
Hold on 1 second.
It is paused because you're the only one in the
Streamlabs.
world right now.
Yes, it is paused. Here we go. Wait a second. I can do this.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't pause. I see the fox in the background moving.
Yay! Here we go. Okay. Resume game. Okay, we can talk. We can talk now.
Hello.
It's so scuffed. It's so
That's what it's
scuffed.
like
I
with me.
can't.
With me
Yeah.
around, it's like this always. A thousand years.
Apparently.
A
Apparently.
thousand years. A thousand
It's
years.
a double of double. Okay. So I have some more questions so I can focus on this. Um we talked about your first stream experience. What are some of the types of streams that you really enjoy doing? Are there any like streams you enjoy doing?
Oh, I like it when I can stream for fucking like 48 hours straight and it's not having break.
Oh, really? You like the long streams?
I like the long stream sometimes, depending on the
I
stream. If I can
see.
have someone there with me, just all I need is like one chatter there, and that's all I need. Also, I
Ju-
just like streams where I just do like random shit that no one think about doing, but I just do because I can. And then
I don't I don't know what Chelly is asking about. Jelly, what do you mean? What's in the this corner? It's mushrooms.
yeah, that
Mushrooms in a
corner
trash
is
can.
that is a weird looking thing.
It's a mushroom in a trash can.
It does not look like a mushroom, but
Oh, don't make me yawn.
hi, made you yawn.
Okay.
Streamer makes me yawn.
No. So okay, that makes sense. So you like the 48-hour streams and you like going crazy. Is it because you like pushing your limits? I feel like I heard you
Oh,
say something like that before.
oh yeah, I do.
Hmm,
I have a
okay.
problem. I become a workaholic of sorts. Unfortunately, at
Really?
work. Yeah, I was so bad that and it was bad enough for they had to tell me not to stop working at work.
I see.
They're like, they're like, you have to clock out.
Yeah,
You
it's
have to.
illegal for them to keep you over. Don't work more. Just come
I'm
home
not
and play
working.
Minecraft instead with us.
Well, no, 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 no.
Yes,
I
yes,
know, dude.
yes,
I know,
yes.
I know.
Bad influence. Just Minecraft all day long. It is a fox. Oh yes, it's a fox. Thank you for checking. I can show you. Let me back up. Wait, can
Because
I do this? No. There we
this
go.
woman here is a fox.
Shh. That's the
Oh, we're not supposed
secret.
to know that?
It's a secret. Wow. You just
Sorry. I really am.
we'll move
Wait, was
on.
that supposed to be a
That never
secret?
happened. Yeah. Everyone on stream must keep the secret.
Oh, sorry. Never, no one knows.
Nobody knows.
I'm sorry, that was a joke.
Yes, that's a joke. That's a
It was a
joke.
joke.
It's a very big joke.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you,
Exactly,
Ivan,
exactly,
exactly.
Ivan. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Wait, you're not supposed to mention that?
No, I mentioned this a while ago, but I guess it's fine. It's fine. It's something. It's okay. It was gonna come out eventually. Wait, no, Ivan, I'm not gonna
No,
tell you.
no,
We'll
really?
tell you
Okay, no,
later,
Ivan
Ivan.
actually doesn't get it. Okay, no, it's fine. It wasn't mentioned
It
enough.
wasn't
Okay,
mentioned
okay,
at
we're good.
all. No, it's okay.
I
I'll
think we're
tell you
good.
later, Ivan. Ivan's like, what happened? Where's my joke? I need it.
What's the
Okay.
secret? No, no, nothing happened.
No. Um, okay. So we
Good
have a
job, Jelly.
question. Yes, I didn't hear anything. Exactly. So there is a question from a previous streamer. So we're coming towards the end of our interviewing portion, but I can ask you some more questions too. So if you want to stay on and just chat, I'm very happy to do that.
Ooh,
Because we like talking philosophy stuff and life stuff. I know you like doing
yeah.
that. So the question is that was left by the last person because I really like interviewing and I really like getting to know people. They left this question for the next person. They said, you are in an adventuring party and you have to pick a role: tank, damage, or support, and why?
Oh, I love to be a tank.
Oh, really?
I love defense. I love defense.
Fence? What do you mean fence?
The
Oh,
defense.
defense. Like protecting everyone?
Oh no, I just like having defense myself. I just
Oh,
like the
you don't
idea
like
of me just
dying.
having like infinite defense basically. I just like the idea of having like infinite defense where someone can like just shoot me with a gun and I just like it bounces off of me and they're
Yeah.
just like, huh? And they're like what? And I'm like, Yeah, you thought I could give you that. No, you can't.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Well, I defend others too. I mean, may as well, except I'm immune to everything. May as well like use my powers for good. My power of like
That's
infinite
true.
defense for good.
That's
But like,
very, very true. That's very, very true. Okay. And what would be your question so I can disappoint the whole party? Oh my gosh, Ivan. Um, the next question is, what would be your question for the next person I interview?
let me think.
Hmm. And I need to write it down and save it. What's the next question? What's the next question? Yeah, I will walk around and show you my desk
Yeah.
as you guys are waiting. Look, my desk. I wonder if I can pick that up. I can't. It's the world out there. What's the Jeopardy sound? I should play the Jeopardy sound in the back. Oh, oh, that hurt me jumping from there? That's crazy. Okay. Can we have some pizza? Oh,
Okay. I think I have the question.
there is pizza in this game, but I didn't put any in the house. I will go try make some right now in the kitchen.
Let me think.
Okay,
Okay.
what's your thing? Make some. We need some tomatoes. I only have apples. We need bread.
I think I would say, how is living important to you?
How is living important to you? Okay. How is living important to you? Ooh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay, so
For what
now
purpose do you hold on to life? That's the question. That's the question of why you.
wait, you
Why
can
are
only
you?
get one question.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my brain.
How
Yeah.
is living important to you?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Um, so some other questions that I wanted to ask is
Mhm.
any advice to people who are just starting out streaming? You've streamed for a little while. What advice would you give a person who's just starting out streaming or new virtual idols who are just starting out?
You gotta have a personality. Sorry, not everyone can make it. You have to have a personality. You have to actually bring something to the table and be unique in some way.
Hmm.
And I feel like as long as that's basically you basically need a person. That's the main thing, to be honest.
I like how
You
Ivan's
kind of
like,
need
you need
personality, and also you
RAM.
just need to consistently stream. Just consistently stream, and also have like something to bring that's
Hmm.
unique. That's basically all you need.
The
Is be
cons
consistent and
the
unique,
consistent streaming is really important. I
and then also just
totally
make sure,
agree with that.
yeah, and also just like, and as you're going along, obviously learn new things.
Yeah.
Like people want to learn new things. You gotta learn new things, and you gotta learn how the algorithm works and how to reach most people.
Hmm. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I like how Ivan's like, go buy RAM, sell it off, and be rich. These are the things you need. It's very different from
Buying
your
RAM,
answer,
buy
Brett.
RAM. Yeah,
Amazon RAM is affordable. Is it now? I didn't know.
I'm gonna buy RAM, and I will
I
not.
wonder
And
if
you
it's
can download
cheaper
RAM.
now to
I
actually
have
buy.
RAM. You can download it.
What?
The code is 0005555. You can
Uh-oh.
download RAM right now.
I don't think that's how it works. I wonder what's
Download
more
RAM.
expensive to actually buy a ram, like an actual animal ram,
Free
or
RAM.
actual RAM, like for a computer. I wonder which one's more expensive.
It's free. The RAM ISL is free. It tastes delicious.
What? How does that make
And you can
sense?
download it, and it will not put a virus on your computer. It's on SaveThatMonkey.com.
I don't.
That's the website. It's
Mm-hmm.
Save That Monkey.
How serious are you being right now?
Not serious.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, just start investing.
Start investing. Yeah, exactly.
When in the past year, because we just finished 2026, what would you say is the biggest lesson that you learned about 2026? or about
Wait, wait,
yourself.
wait,
I'm sorry.
wait.
We just finished 2025. Oh my goodness. I'm not from the
Kidding.
future, I swear. We just
Okay.
finished 2025. What do you feel like you learned the most in 2025 for yourself personally?
Hmm. That I can just be myself.
Mm-hmm. Just yourself.
That I can just like that I don't have to necessarily hold back. I can just. I guess I can let go a little bit.
Oh, you don't have to hold yourself back.
Yeah, I don't always hold back.
Oh, that's really nice. Do you have any examples of maybe in places that you were holding yourself back, but you're not anymore?
Oh, I'm just saying shit. I'm saying more shit now than I used
Oh,
to.
okay. So you feel
I'm
less
actually like
held back.
constricted in terms of speech.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's nice. Um, Ivan says my biggest lesson is don't take life too seriously.
Well, that's a good one too. I like that. That's a little. I learned a little bit of that too. That's
Mm,
nice.
that makes sense. When you talk about kind of speaking, that kind of makes sense with what you were saying before about um like needing to be able to speak your mind and speak what you wanted. Would you say that um what would you say if someone talked to you and they said something really hurtful to you? Very hurtful, but they were speaking their mind and they were trying to tell their truth. Um, what would you say back to them if you felt really hurt by that? How would you handle that situation?
If I was really hurt,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would take a moment to breathe, and I would say, and depending on what was like, what was the context of it though? That's the question. Because obviously I've never would take a breath. Obviously, take a
Mm,
second. What's the context of it?
I would say maybe they gave you some unsolicited solicited advice, or maybe you were in a conversation where they brought something up that kind of invalidated what you believed or who you were or made you feel really bad.
Mm. I think I would say to them like, I think I'd be honest with my feelings,
Mm,
but also I'd also try to hear them out at the same time too.
mm,
I think that just because my feelings hurt doesn't necessarily mean that I'm correct. But unless, obviously it's not a situation where it's like, maybe, I guess, like, they punch me or something, or they not punch me, but they, like, literally, like, say, they guess, like, directly being like, you're a bitch, you know what I mean, or something like that. Or something like that, like, like, being, like, absolute, like, just an asshole, basically, for no reason.
mm. So if they're
But I think I would,
malicious, or that's a different scenario in this case.
got it. It says this is just, like, they say something hurtful by
Mm-hmm.
accident.
They're kind of speaking their truth, but they're not kind of taking into account maybe the impact it's having on you.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I think instead of getting upset, I'd be just like, I'd try to understand instead.
Mm. I
I think I
can.
try to understand, and
Mm,
I also on top of that, I'd be like, I think maybe I would feel hurt by it, but I have a question like, why do I feel hurt by this, basically, instead of being immediately being like I guess the way to describe it is instead of, yeah. So
no, that
sorry,
makes
give
a
me one
lot of sense
second.
to me. It's like being introspective about why
Yeah,
you're feeling the way you're feeling, because your truth inside is not, your emotional state isn't necessarily objective truth.
and I figure out my head and I talk to them about it, basically,
Mm, that makes
because if
sense.
I yeah
Makes a lot of sense. I like how Ivan said add them on
yeah
Facebook and roast them on Facebook.
yeah damn, I'd be cool. I would ignore it or just not
Not
care.
care.
I mean, sometimes I might just not care eventually either. Sometimes I might not care.
I think it's very hard for me to emotionally distance myself or distance myself from people or situations. Do you feel like if someone's hurting you quite a bit, you are good at distancing yourself from a situation? Maybe if they don't mean to, but they're still very hurtful towards you.
Like they don't mean to, but they're hurting me anyways.
Yeah.
Like by distancing myself, like you mean just not.
not
Yeah, I
talking
think
to them or not interacting with them or ignoring them.
I think generally if I just don't feel good around someone, I probably would just, just leave. I guess or back off a bit.
Mm,
That's why I usually just back off.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes
I think
I do
someone you
formally
know.
say something, but
Yeah.
sometimes I don't. It just depends.
Mm, okay. I would
I
say it's
just don't want to
someone you
deal with it or
know.
not.
Yeah.
Someone I know
Answering
who's doing
Ivan.
it.
Yeah. Says not a random person.
Someone I know.
Yeah.
It depends on what they did.
Yeah, I guess that does
Yeah.
depend. It's hard to do generalized.
It's hard to generalize. That's why I don't want to
Generalize.
generalize in this case.
Yeah.
It's just like in this case, it's more so depends on what they did. If
Mm-hmm.
they did like a crime, I probably would just not say anything 'cause I just don't want to deal with it.
Mm.
Unless it's like a crime I'm like there for. But if it's like a crime that like maybe I've witnessed,
Mm-hmm.
then I probably just back off because I don't want to have to go through all this trouble doing this. Like unless it's like a really bad crime. Really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like stealing something. It's like if it's stealing something, it's like oh this is bad, but it's like I know you don't necessarily be around that, but I'm not gonna deal with it because I don't want to be the witness and have to go through all this shit basically in order for him to maybe go to jail and probably not.
Yeah.
Sometimes the witness. Like one witness, and who knows if anyone else is gonna say anything either. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe
That
I'm the
makes
only one who
sense.
noticed, or the only one they told. So it's like, okay, well, but they murder someone, I'd be like, okay, well, and they tell me where it is. I'm like, well, I guess I can call police. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it just depends, basically.
That makes sense.
Or I
Ivan
try to
says to
find a middle
try to
ground,
find a middle ground. Yeah.
or that if it's just like a situation where it's like social.
Yeah. It is really hard to handle situations where people who are you're close to or hurt you inadvertently just by being there themselves and talking and things like that. But I think what you're saying is like introspection, trying to find some sort of middle ground, trying to figure things out is important. I think so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so too. Personally, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I've just become I came with the realization that if you just keep pushing people away and if the perspectives hurt you, it's like, why do I have to just leave because of that? Why can't I just try to figure it out? Basically, it's,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to saying that, but it's like, why can't I just maybe see where they're coming from instead of just leaving them and just saying that they hurt me and then like they had to apologize and
Mm.
all this stuff, basically, just because of in a certain sense, my own selfishness, basically saying like, since I got hurt, they deserve to basically they have to apologize to me, otherwise, like that's gonna be it basically for us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like you're just gonna leave someone so quickly after all those years just because they said something hurtful to you once
Mm-hmm.
after all those good times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
After all those positive experiences, I'm gonna leave this person or I'm gonna distance myself from this person because they said one bad thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is really bad. I guess it's like if they made it like a pedophile or something. I'd be like, whoa, no, no,
That's illegal.
no. You know what I
Call
mean? I'd be
the
like, yeah,
call the
I'd be like,
police.
call the police. Well, nice knowing you. Bye. Unless
Yes.
it's like that, but like besides that, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Ivan asks, is the person doing it because they're doing it out of malice or they want aware of it? Well, I'm specifically thinking about them not being aware of it because
think aware of it,
malice is
yeah.
different, right? Malice, you got to stand up. In my opinion, you have to stand up for yourself and have boundaries otherwise, and protect
Yeah, I think
yourself and other
malice
people.
definitely. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's really important. So, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Do you often, when you're sitting down and thinking, do you often think about like the world or think about people and theories and things like that? Or are you thinking more about just random topics or concrete things, like things that happen throughout the day and things like that?
I think what I mainly think about is how I can help people I maybe I know or maybe just don't know how to get out of certain situations.
Mm,
I think about really tough situations about like why is this person thinking like this and how could I maybe introduce new perspective in a way that wouldn't like have them flip out basically. Or how could I or how would someone get out of a situation even if that intervention necessarily or how can or why does this person think this way, basically, or how does this person that leads this person get led to think this way, basically, over a period of time,
Mm,
and how like within the steps that took like for them to get to that point, basically,
mm,
by like maybe like researching stuff that's outside of it, like maybe if they're saying something that maybe happened at it could have been something that happened at school where the school teachers were telling the kids something that then it's something as a kid that like that was not best to say the least.
right. So you're thinking
Or was
about
it
why people thought a certain way or did a certain thing?
I think a certain way or why they act certain
Okay. Like
what
what the
led them to this
reasons
point.
behind it. Ivan says,
Yeah.
see, sometimes I wonder that myself because apparently I don't see the social cues at times. Mm.
No, mine thing is different. I think because I most times see social cues exception to when people for some reason like have crushes on each other. That's the only time. I don't know why. I don't know some people have crushes on each other.
Mm.
I have no idea why I don't. Only thing I don't really know is in terms of social cues.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I'm pretty good on that, honestly.
I feel
But
like
it's just yeah.
social cues are a really hard thing because even if you think you see something, someone either might not feel it or they might not be honest with you about what they feel or with me about how
Mm,
they feel. And so I've always struggled knowing if the cue I believe I saw is actually the cue I saw. And I think that can be
yeah.
really hard. Yeah. That's cool.
That's I think that's what I like to think a lot about. And also I just think about I think about funny enough, I think about I think about a lot of theories 'cause, obviously I've been reading the Bible some more. So I think about like, how thoroughly would this pan out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like how can I logically do this? Because the reason why I like it is because I the idea that I can question it. I like that idea.
Being able
And
to
I follow
question what you read and
question
what you're thinking.
why I read basically and think
Mm-hmm.
about it. Yeah, I think about a lot of that a lot.
So
And
you're
I think the story is
essentially
very
also reading
fascinating.
it as a or not a social exercise, like a mental exercise and a philosophical exercise.
Yeah, basically, because I think it's
That's
a lot
cool.
what it is. It's very spiritual in a sense. I think I think spirituality is very important in a certain sense.
Yes.
You know what? To be honest, I think even if you don't believe necessarily in the Bible or any religion necessarily, I think that the majority of people do crave it because there's a reason why throughout history humans have, you know what I mean? There's
There's
that
like a
sort of humans
place.
even until
Yeah.
now. Basically, we're religious to a certain extent, even if it wasn't necessarily in different. It's like different religions basically, and I think that in a sense that we all have something spiritual. It's just that our versions are different than other people's basically for the most part. Obviously, there are
So
some exceptions, but I think that
you're
the
essentially
absolute vast
saying
majority.
what I'm hearing you saying is that throughout time, from your perspective, people have generally adopted some sort of spirituality because they crave having some sort of stability or having something bigger than themselves. And it's always been that case. So for you, you feel like it's a natural course of action, even if they might not label it a certain way. Like maybe you can
Yeah,
explain that
basically.
a little more. Yeah.
I think what I mean is that just because you can't, it's just because you can't my friend's not working. Jeez.
It's
Blah blah
okay.
blah blah blah. But what I mean is that when let's see,
Well, while you're catching your thought again, I can read Jelly's comment. Jelly says, "I don't like social cues. They're unpredictable." Yeah, social cues are very
yeah,
unpredictable.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, because I think that at the end of the day, I think most majority of people need something that's more themselves in order to survive. Because I guess when you think about it, it's why would you survive if there's nothing else that you're serving for basically? Like there's no purpose basically. Because when you think about it, it's if you think about the world purely scientifically,
Mm-hmm.
we basically are just a bunch of atoms floating around trying to survive. Basically, so basically just survive is because we have to survive for some
Mm.
reason. For no, what's the whole reason to survive in the first place? Basically, why we need to have mankind.
Well, that's
Why
really
do we need to?
interesting.
And I think why we need to do stuff in the first place? Because what's the point, basically?
Hmm. I've had
I
many
feel like in a sense,
conversations like this, and I know some people say, well, does there even need to be a point? Like, I just live because I like living, and I'm going to continue to live till I don't.
I
Oh,
think that this it didn't
thank
necessarily
you
have
for the
necessarily a point.
hydration. I will
I think
hydrate.
necessar
Thank you for the biddies.
got it. I think that necessarily there isn't high. What I mean is, I don't think necessarily there's like a point. There necessarily has to be a point, but I think there has to be just something that like to work towards, even if you never get to that point.
Hmm.
I mean,
Could,
there's a
in
reason
your
why that
opinion, could someone not be spiritual, not be religious, and still work towards a point that they've made up for themselves and live a very fulfilling life? Or do you consider that spirituality? Like, what's your I guess I want
I
to explore that a little.
I think that I do mainly think of it as more religion. I think that you can still be happy, but I do think that the idea of what I love the most is the idea of like, you know, getting married and having kids. And I think that's the way that majority of people live the most fulfilling life. Because I've actually done it. I ask a lot now because I had this job recently. We have a lot of people who are parents come over. Newer parents. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the newer generation, people younger. People who just became parents like maybe like a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my friends
And
has a little newborn from
mm,
last year, yeah.
and I think obviously people are probably millennials. People come from a generation of say like fuck the older values. You know what I mean? Like kind of in that sense. Like we're gonna make our own values. We're gonna be different, basically, kind of like the boomers were, but it's a little different. Kind
That's interesting.
of like the
I don't know if I fully agree with you, but please continue your thought.
we have a lot because there's a lot of I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of millennials who are a little crazy, like every generation, but they're more on the side of like I mean, no God, no kids.
Yeah.
No kids,
Oh,
whatnot, no kids, no marriage type of thing, like being independent by yourself. But I think
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that when I see these newer parents, I think I see this like the most. I think I see what I notice is they're all happy. It's like 'cause I always ask them right when they come to the table because I always see it. I'm like how is like having children affect your life? That's why I asked them honestly.
Hmm.
I asked them this and they're just like honestly, and they're like some of them are like it's tiring, but and the majority of the answers are it's tiring, but the best thing I've ever done. Actually, not even the majority. All the answers I've gotten so far.
Hmm.
It's like it's tiring, but my
Well,
life has
there's a lot of
changed.
social pressure also. Like, I mean,
I don't. No,
I also think that a lot of them are very happy because my friend's genuinely happy. But could you imagine if they said, "Nah, I don't
I
want
know. I
it."
don't. I don't. I honestly, the people I don't. I think some of them would probably say that they actually did feel that way. If I'm
Oh,
being
okay.
honest, with
So
them,
you
I
feel
can just
like you
tell.
got genuine answers. That's what you feel
I feel like
like.
it is
That's
very
good.
genuine
I mean,
when I hear it
yeah,
because
I'm
the way
personally
they describe it
biased.
is like one guy basically he used to do dangerous stuff all the time, but he has kids and he's like I don't want to live just on the edge basically because I
Yeah.
want to be able to live for these kids so I can raise these kids basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to go
Hmm.
on motorcycles and do tricks anymore basically because that's what he used to do. I want to actually live. Not do. I'm not don't do it anymore because I want to live for those kids. I want to
Mm,
be there for those kids. Basically,
that makes
any
sense.
part of that's something greater. And I think in a sense that that's one of the things that's like something greater is that like it's a journey where we're challenging, yes, but I feel like if you come on the end, you're gonna be happy. And I think the only
Mm.
people who don't feel that way are people who already have like mental issues or in already
Well, I think
really rough situations,
there's
basically.
so much that goes into being a parent, finding a partner and being a parent and creating a relationship that I think it can be very
Exactly.
difficult for people to be
Exactly.
comfortable enough to have that happen. I don't know. I don't know if I would argue that's the ultimate. It might
I
be. I don't know if I would argue it's the most, but yeah. It
but I would say that I've noticed that usually the majority of the time it
mm.
comes out very positive outcomes.
Mm. So from your perspective, like it's a very positive thing and it's something that drives a lot of people and fulfills a lot of people. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't wanna ignore Ivan. Ivan said a couple of things and I haven't been able to read it.
Okay.
We're made
Okay.
up of stardust. I agree with this. Do you agree that we're made
We
out
are.
of stardust? Okay. We're
Well,
out of
yeah, we
this
are. They
world.
confirmed
You're
it.
out of this world, Brad.
We are. I
You
know.
are.
It's
You're out of
beautiful.
this
It's
world.
amazing.
And
Yeah,
then
I know we are
Ivan's
that.
quote from his favorite philosopher is, "It's because I was born into this world," by Aaron Yeager. Is that
Aaron
actually your
Yeager.
is that
It's
actually your
Aaron
favorite
Yeager. That's what
philosopher?
I can tell you.
That'd be funny.
Aaron Yeager is
It's a
an
wild
interesting
poem.
specimen.
Interesting specimen. That's funny.
Yeah.
Um, okay, interesting. So that's a really interesting thought, I think, from you, which is I think I asked, if someone doesn't have a spirituality or like a higher calling or purpose for them personally or religion, can they just kind of pick a purpose and live for it? And you said, you're interesting that your comment was, yes, being a parent and child. So would you say that if someone were to tell you like three different purposes for life, maybe one person's purpose is to change the world with an incredible business, and another person's like purpose was to help some people, I don't know, with education. Another person's purpose was to do something else, but none of them had families, none of them had religion or spirituality, but they like followed this purpose. What is your take on kind of evaluating for yourself? Like if you were thinking about yourself and other people and your take on life, how would you evaluate that for you? Because you're
I
talking
think
about spirituality
it,
being important and things like that.
when I think about that, I think about like how happy would these people necessarily be? I mean, some people obviously there are exceptions. I think to every rule. So in a sense that like maybe some of them actually maybe they actually would be very happy. Maybe they're just have motivated people who are like the billionaire CEOs who are fulfilled
Hmm.
somehow doing that, which I doubt. But it can happen.
So
Which I
you're
strongly doubt, but it
you're
can
not
happen.
talking so much about specific instances. So you believe like if someone says that they're happy, you're going to generally believe that they're happy doing their thing. But what you're talking about more is these general, very broad strokes, things that you believe in a
Yes,
very general, like general way.
kind of. But more and more mean is that I think that they probably would be happier in a relation at a very minimum, in like in a relationship that's fulfilling. If
Mm,
they were to like what I mean, because there's only so much money you can have that makes you happy, and there's so much purpose that can drive one basically.
that's interesting.
So, because I feel like there's a limit to everything in a sense
I
that
mean,
I think like you
psychology does talk a lot about how we are social creatures. So even if it's not per se like a life partner or a husband or wife that you're with, having close relationships or friendships are very, very important for your personal and mental health.
yeah
And it's a little different for men and women. We haven't really studied beyond the binary, so I can't really speak to that. But as far as I know, it can be very important. I think it's interesting um, when we think about purpose and life purpose because it's such a strange thing to try to get your head around. Do you feel like if I asked you right now, what is your purpose in life, would you be able to answer me?
kind of.
Kind of. Is that something you can share?
I think I can. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can. Let me listen for a second.
Okay. And maybe we'll end with this one because I just realized it's 10:44 and we've been talking for a hot minute.
We're gonna leave. We're gonna
So
leave.
yes, Ivan likes this question. Yay. Just gonna
Okay,
check my time over here.
my purpose. My purpose. Let me think. It would definitely be. I think my purpose is to lead people to happy relationships in a sense.
Mhm.
I think it's to lead people to happiness in
You
one
would
way or
like to
another.
lead people to happiness. Your current purpose is to lead people to happiness or lead people to, you said, happier relationships?
Yeah,
Mm.
because I think in many cases what I've done already,
Yeah.
a complete accident basically.
Hmm.
So I think that's probably my purpose.
That's a really nice purpose. I think that's great. And you get a lot of joy from it.
I think I don't
Um,
know everything, my entire purpose obviously, but that's like the fragment I've gotten so far.
I see. So that's like a piece of the puzzle that you've put together.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that. I personally really like that idea because one of the things I really love and have been living on Irium is bringing people together. That's partly what the interviews and the streams are about too, is like bringing people together and exploring things together. I really love doing that. So, oh, Jelly says Rye has to ask a question for the next person too.
I
Yes.
already did that.
Yeah. It is, how is living important to you?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the question. That's the
Mm-hmm.
question. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's going to attack the next person because I know who the next person is that I'm interviewing. And
Who is it?
I know I'm not gonna say yet. I have to do my little announcement on Twitter.
I love when I just say I love how I get converted by accident. This is attack next person.
Here, I know for a fact how they're gonna respond. Okay, so we're not gonna tell them. We're not gonna tell them what I'm estimating,
Me.
but here's my estimate, and you guys can tell me, keep me true. I think they're gonna go, oh, that's a hard one, and then think for like 5 minutes while I hum to myself.
Wait, who is it? Can I
No, no, I'm not gonna
can you
say.
DM
You'll
me?
find
DM
later.
me.
No, no, no. I gotta keep it a secret. It's under wraps. It's secret, top secret. The next
Oh
interview, I
man.
think, is in a week or two. I think it's in a week or two. I
Okay.
haven't gotten down the final date, which is I can't say anything right now, but I haven't gotten down like the final date yet. But yes, they have a very busy schedule. So I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah. So that will be really good. Okay. Um, Before we finish, do you have any questions for me, Brett, that I can answer? That won't dox me.
They won't dox you?
That won't dox me. Every time
Why do
Mhm.
you like to grow? Why do you like to work in the first place?
Work, like at a job.
Why do you wanna get that promotion? Why do you want to climb
Oh,
higher?
I want to work, 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 da, 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 work, 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 work. So that's a great question. I really like that question a lot. I think one of the biggest reasons when I first started was because I was completely on my own. I had no one to rely on. I had no family. I had no partner. I had nobody, no friends nearby. And I
I
didn't
remember
have,
that.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
that was belligerent me to say that.
I
Okay.
was, I
Anyway,
was,
continue.
I was going to be homeless if I didn't get a job. So I went and got a job and I said, I can't live off of the salary. The salary is unlivable. And so I worked really, really hard to try to get a promotion. And I got a promotion and the salary still wasn't really livable. So I had to move out to the middle of nowhere. Now, yeah, last year though, growing and pushing myself to grow was all about proving to myself that I could because I had been told my entire life that I couldn't. By my own
Ah,
mother, actually. I ironically, my mother has been my biggest voice in my head telling me that I can't. She would often say things like, "Oh, you're stupid. You're a baka." Like in Japanese, like, why are you so stupid? Or she'd say, you're gonna cry so much, you make stupid decisions. And she said stupid a lot to me. And that voice in my head, and when I got valedictorian, she would undermine it. She would undermine it immediately whenever I was happy or proud about something. And I don't think she meant to. I think what she personally wanted to do was prepare me for the real world, but I think it actually did the opposite personally.
yeah.
Maybe she thought I could take it. I don't know. But it was partly for me proving to myself I could, because I came from a family of nothing. Like I've come from nothing, and I've come from a place where I didn't know what having was, right? And so I think I wanted to prove to myself that I could break a glass ceiling, being a woman, being coming from a migrant household, coming from a poor household, like I was homeless at one point with my family when I was very, very young. We were sleeping out of
Mhm.
the back of a Grand Wagoneer and eating mangoes and washing ourselves under cold hose water. Like it's
Yeah.
I can say that very, what do you call it? Like, so that's the reason. Although right now I don't feel so strongly about working and getting that promotion anymore. I feel like I want to move on to the bigger and awesomer things, especially since I started my journey as Lady Amy and built the mansion and built the parlor and trying to create a
Yeah.
community and space for people. So yeah, I really, really like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So you're slowing down finally.
Yeah, I'm slowing
I was
down.
wondering when you're gonna stop slowing, when you start slowing down.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it went
exactly.
after so many years, I was like, geez, how are you?
How am I surviving? Yes, I'm slowing
Yeah,
down,
exactly.
smelling
Yeah.
the roses.
That's what it
Ivan
makes me.
says to get the grand spanking PC I always wanted. Yes, that's partly it. I do like pretty things. Corporate company make Lady Amy the quarterback. I
Yeah.
was quarterback for a little while. I won't lie. Okay. I think we're gonna end here. It is 10:51. It is very, very late. I think this might be the longest interview yet, and it went by so incredibly fast, Fred. It did not go at all as planned at any moment the entire time, but yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
That's amazing.
I didn't
Thank
realize this is the longest one. I thought it was
I
pretty short.
know.
I was ready to go for another hour. Honestly, I was ready to go.
No, we're gonna stop here because I do have to sleep.
A
So
thousand years.
yeah.
A
Good
thousand years,
night.
chat. A
Yes, good
thousand
night,
years.
Jelly. Good night, Ivan. I think I
We're
saw
gonna go for a
Seraphim.
thousand
Good night,
years.
Seraphim.
A
Hope you guys have
thousand
a
years.
wonderful night.
Or a thousand
Talk to you
years. A
all later.
thousand.
Bye
We're talking about
bye.
a thousand year